What's going on, guys? Eric here with driverlineup.com, world's located steering wheel holder, and I needed to get a video up. I haven't gotten a video up in 2 days, but I wanted to real quickly show you guys behind the scenes. If you ever seen a live video from the house, you see kind of this background. Well, it's a little messed up right now. Everything's being rearranged in here. We're actually, here's Remy's spot. We're actually rearranging this whole room and getting ready to gear up for a new style of the podcast, for Driver Hub podcast. Now that Jenna's going to be home and off the truck, we're actually going to, and next year I'll be doing more pad training, PSD training. I'll be home more. We're actually going to be doing more of almost like a morning show type podcast a couple times a week. And we're really excited about that. She and I did kind of a pilot for it, just kind of to get our feel for it a couple weeks ago, and it went really well. I was really surprised. Of course, Jen and I have great chemistry, so that kind of back and forth, just talking about random, news stories, viral stories, with it surrounding a kind of core topic that's related to the trucking industry or OTR life. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It went really well. We played off of each other really well, got each other's cues really well. So my hope is that for the podcast program for next year, we're really going to step up that game on content. I very much enjoy podcasts. It's just a much different animal than sitting here talking with a camera, and and we want to do it right. We've invested a lot of money into our equipment and mixers and all that good stuff. So we want to do it right, and I don't want to just kind of half-ass put episodes up, because that podcast is on every podcast. If you go search Driver Hub on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon, it's on everything. In any podcast app has our podcast on there, and so it's pretty serious. It's not just throwing videos up on YouTube, and so that's something that I really want to step the game up on next year. So I'm doing some work on that, and just rearranging. This room's an absolute disaster right now. I'm just trying to get everything reorganized. We're going to get some chairs in here and make it a really comfortable environment so that we can sit down a couple times a week all throughout next year and just go for an hour of just raw, uncut, talking about funny stuff out there and fun stuff and life on the road, and we'll hit some serious issues too. But I think I listen to podcasts every night while I'm driving, and I think if we can have several hours of podcast content for you guys every week, I think that it'll really help expand that part of our content and help transition us into some of the things that we're going to be rolling out next year. So that's what I've been working on today. We got home yesterday morning at, let's say 3:30 in the morning. Heathen's Trucking was ahead of us. He had delivered to the same Walmart in Plainview, Texas that we had delivered to. And then he went and got a meat load in Friona, Texas, and we got a meat load in Amarillo, Texas. But he was quite a bit ahead of us getting to that Walmart. And he told us that, he said, good luck getting an empty trailer. The trailers there are kind of messed up. We were very fortunate when we got to that Walmart that the yard dog had just put an empty trailer over on the empty lot. So we snagged that. It was in good condition, went and got that meat load and got up to Prime with that. And then someone was able to take that on to New Jersey. We weren't out for long. We were only out for 2 weeks, and had to be back because we have a doctor's appointment. Jenna's at the end of trimester 1 on the pregnancy, so we got a doctor's appointment we need to knock out. Then we need to go back out on the road for about another, I guess, another week and have to come back because I have a driver advisory board meeting with Prime that I have to be to, which that's okay because they're paying us to be at the meeting, so that's not going to be too big of a hit. But we're just trying to get as much as possible done, you guys, and it's just been busy, busy, busy. But as far as the trucking week, it was still a pretty strong week. Now we only did 7,500 in revenue, but we only ran just under 3,000 miles. So it was all light loads, all dry loads, except for the meat load that came up here to Prime. That load was heavy. We were over 33,000 on both the drives, the truck and the trailer. So it was a heavy load and refrigerated, but outside of that, it was all light, dry loads. So it was pretty strong week considering that our costs were so low. And so we're not in the hole or anything from having to come back and forth. We're keeping the revenue up and the cost down, and things are going really good. So just want to give you that update. Also, guys, we are crossing 800 members on driverlineup.com. That is crazy to me. It is our own custom social network. We've built it from the ground up. It has a mobile app. It's got groups. It's got you can post anything and everything on there. One of the big things, so if you haven't joined already, please do so. But one of the big things that I'm really excited about rolling out on the website, the social network on driverlineup.com, is live streaming. So native live streaming in the app is coming in the next month or two, hopefully, which means we'll be able to do exclusive live streams into that app on driverlineup.com. So that's a big one. So just working on all kinds of content. It's just amazing the growth of all these things, like our Discord server, which I'm on every single day. I'm on Discord. If you want to chat with Jenna and I and a lot of other Prime YouTubers, there's almost 700 users on our Discord server, which is basically a messaging app on steroids. It's incredible. And in the last 2 or 3 weeks, there's been probably 10 or 15 drivers on all night on voice chat. It has voice chat. You can do video chat, kind of like FaceTime. And I've been on there the last 2 night drives that I did for like 5 hours. It passes 300 miles in no time when you're on there chatting with, like voice chatting, with 5 or 10 other drivers. And it's really incredible to see this growth coming. And seeing these things kind of tie together. Our store is launched. We've got a whole bunch of hoodies. We've got F Winter, Full Send, a whole bunch of good hoodies in there. Low Miles, High Revenue, which is a hoodie that I just ordered, but it's all our own stuff. We don't have to ship it. I worked with a third-party vendor. I used API calls to tie all that together. So when the order's placed, it gets sent over to the vendor. They package it, print it, package it, send it out to you. And we don't have to ship it from our truck. We don't have to ship it from the house. It's really an amazing, this has taken me a year to build all this. And it's kind of all starting to tie together. And it just, it's hard because I can only work on this stuff really when I'm at the house. I can't, I need this. This is a $7,000 computer that I've had for, this thing is, I think, 2013. But it's a beast of it's an Apple Pro, Apple Mac Pro, beast of a machine. But all the code and stuff that I work on and the creating animations in Apple Motion and stuff has to be done on this computer. So I can't do all this stuff out on the road, which means every time I come home, I've got like a 24-hour period where I just have to sit down, put headphones on, and just go into a different world, to try and keep all this stuff going. But so anyway, I'm taking advantage of this time to try and get caught up on some of that stuff. and get prepared. Speaking of so I mentioned doing live streams on driverlineup.com. Another thing that's coming is the ability to upload videos into driverlineup.com into the social network. So you can start groups, you can, which basically can function like a channel, like a YouTube channel, only you can do blog posts and all that stuff too. So I think one of the things that I've been talking with some other content creators and other drivers, and one of the things that it's kind of the long-term vision, because I'm trying to answer some questions here for some of you just to know what the hell's going on with all this stuff, is to be able to help other drivers monetize their content in our platform. I have some sponsors that I've been talking with, potential sponsors, but I don't want this channel to become a place where I'm just doing sponsored content all the time. I don't want to do that. But I think that it could work really well in that platform to help drivers make some additional income. You guys, I make really good money off of making content, almost as much as I do from driving the truck. It is an amazing opportunity. I know some out there don't like it. They say, oh, you shouldn't be making money on YouTube and through content, just focus on driving your truck. Look, whatever, I'm a businessman. If there's gonna be opportunity to make money in ways not driving a truck while I'm also driving a truck, I'm gonna do it. And there's others that wanna do it as well, and I'm hoping that the ability to post content to not only YouTube, but into our own social platform at driverlineup.com is going to open up some opportunities there where I can go back to these potential sponsors if they're products that I agree with and like, and say, look, I'm not going to go spam my YouTube channel with it, but here's a place where I can talk about it, review it, that kind of thing. So it's so much, you guys, so much stuff to do. It's a monster of a I've done this kind of work as a profession in the past. But I've done very big projects too, like $1 million projects that I've been a consultant on and have worked on in the past that are along these lines, but I've never done it to where I've built each component and tied it into the larger umbrella platform, and it's my platform. That's crazy. Like, I've always done it for other companies, organizations, entities, etc., and to have full ownership over the entire platform is really pretty incredible and amazing. So all that to say, we drive a truck and we make great money from driving a truck. We now have 2 trucks. We have a fleet. We're getting ready to order a 3rd truck. But there's so much more that we work on too, that we're just going 100 mile, all the time. If I'm not driving a truck, I'm working on other projects. When I'm driving a truck, I'm thinking of how I'm going to code other projects or integrate projects into it, and not only how it benefits Jen and I and our brand, but how it can benefit others. Like, for example, we're building a CDL prep course on our website for next year. That's going to be next summer. It's a beast of a project, but it's going to be a whole course of taking you through how to prepare to pass your CDL permit test, and even give you, sample tests, kind of like CDL Genie, CDL Prep. It'll be like those apps where you'll be able to go through a full test, get scored, see what you got wrong. It's just a monster project, but it's building things that help this whole community in as many ways as possible, and help tie us together, bring us together, and have that kind of family atmosphere and family environment. So anyway, just want to give you guys an update, let you know what we're working on, let you know we didn't vanish, didn't make a video yesterday or the night before. I did the morning before yesterday morning, but not the night. I was supposed to, but I didn't. And that's because we just hauled ass to that Walmart, and then I drove straight through 600 miles to Springfield. And we got in at 3:30 in the morning. So yesterday we just kind of got caught up on sleep and showers and all that good stuff. And then today we just been going wild. So just letting you guys know, we'll be back in the truck Thursday night. And then we have the DAB meeting a week from then, and I'm really looking forward to giving you guys some inside perspectives. I'll be vlogging. I'll be doing videos during the 2 days of the driver advisory board meeting in Springfield. I think that's gonna be really exciting. I'm gonna try to talk to Rob Lowe for you guys on camera here. I'm gonna try to talk to Steve Wucky, Stan, Chris Martin, anybody that I can talk to at Prime those 2 or 3 days, since everybody's gonna be there. I'll get as many videos up as I can to kind of ask them some questions, let them talk to all of you, and give you some kind of a 30,000 foot view of the Prime world. So anyway, thanks for being patient with the channel. I really appreciate all you guys, your support, your comments, your likes, your subscribes have all helped to make all of this possible, and we can't thank you enough. Be patient, more trucking videos are coming. Be safe, make good decisions, and as always, drive to thrive. Talk to you soon.